Hello friends, in this tutorial we will talk about how to create a program for correct password and email validation. As you know, a strong password is contain about 8 characters or maybe more than 8 characters, which includes uppercase letter, lowercase letter, and number, and also sometime pattern that we can add in our project. And a correct email is always email which has @ and also a correct email which has .com at the end of email. So we will create such a project. So let's begin. I created a file, a Java file called password validation. You can also create from your project. Just right click and go to new and create a new class. Here now I'm going to create a new class for class my password, and this is the class I created. Now I need to declare some variable like private, and we need static because we will use this variable out in another function. Also, if you don't add static, it will get an error, and then we should change this variable to static. Okay, let's static, and we say user name, and then private and static, and this you will say like email private. Sorry for typing static, and this say pass. We can have some email, username, and password. We created 3 variables. Now we need to create a method. So I just want to create a simple method called public static void, get info. Now we need to say that we need to write a message to the user that enter your username. Now when we get the value when you get the data from the user, we need to add a library called import java.util.scanner. So now we want to create a new object of the scanner. So scanner, we can call it everything. We can just say a letter like x is equal to new scanner, and then we say system.in means get the value from the users. The first letter of the system must be capital, and now I just say like enter username. Now I say username is equal to x dot next. We can say next line or next, both is correct. But in my opinion, next is the best one because you don't want someone add his name like to. Next, the difference between next and next is that we can add 2 words with using the space. Like this is 1 word, and this is the second word, this is the third word. We use space between them. But if you use next, we can just add 1 word without space. But let's say this it's next line because maybe someone also want to enter his surname or him surname. That's why we need to put next line, and that's the user. Now let's say what's the error. Let's say maybe our spelling is wrong. No, it's okay. Username. It's private. Sorry for that. We must add like something like private static, and we didn't add the data type. So data type is string. For email is also string, and for password is also string. Now it's okay. and it's out, enter your email, you will get email from the user, and it said email is equal to x dot next. It's next is okay because we don't get an email which has space. Now we say it's out, and we enter your not email but password. Boom, it's okay. We get the password from with that next, not next line, because space password cannot be contain space. That's why we said next. Now let's create another method to check our password. Now when the user entered username, email, password, now we must check it. Is email is correct? Is password is correct or not? So we should check. Now I'm going to create another set, public static, because we want to get string or return string from the user, like my rule. You can, and this is string password. Okay, string password. Now we need to create a for loop, and I is equal to 0 whenever I is less than password length, then I plus plus. No. Now we need also to create a character, because when we get the password from the user, for example, this is a password that the user entered. This we should store this password like a character, EANTER, like character. For this reason, then we can check that this password is contain lowercase, uppercase, number or not. If you store like string, it will not check. It will be difficult to check a string like it's contain a number, uppercase or lowercase. For this reason, we need to declare a private and static, and that's per. We can add in there. Now here I need to say that C here, like can see here, like C is equal to password dot length. No, sorry, password dot art character. It means, now let me to explain this one. When a user enter a password, the password should start from the 0 index. For example, this password that the user entered, the 0 index letter is E. So store the E and C. From which index? I. This is index I. We here declare that if password is less than, if I is less than password length, then I plus plus. It means if, and now I is 0. If a person enters something like this, it's how many? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I is equal to 4. Now 4 character was stored in this like array in this variable. Now okay, see, now if, now we need some condition or some condition. Now we said if what? Here we need to add if password dot length is greater than 8, then what to do? Let's say we need some boolean. Now here this one, boolean static, maybe no, we cannot something. Let's say private static boolean has none is equal to false, and that's okay. We need some more. Now let's copy, because we don't have a lot of time. Has none, like we said, has upper, has lower, it has email. That's like sound is not great, but you can say has email, but something else is no, it's okay. Now if someone add a password which is greater than 8, then we said has none, not has none, because if someone say greater than, like we can do say private static boolean has length. You can say like has length, okay? And also is equal to false. Has length is equal to true. Another condition we want to add if character dot is upper. If it's uppercase and C in character C, now we should has upper is equal to true. Now another condition, that's we want to add if character dot is lower in C, then we said is has lower is equal to true. Another condition we add if character dot is digit and C, then we can also set has digit, like has num. Has num is equal to true. Now we declare 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's 4 if condition there. And the last one I want to declare if, now it's email. Email dot add index 0. We can say if email dot add a character 0, say char something like char 0 is not equal to add. It means if someone wants to enter email, the email should not be like this, add like John .com. This is not a correct email. For this reason, the first index should not be add sign, or not should be contained like this. For this reason, as I said, if index 0 is not equal to this sign, means add sign, and also if email dot contains, say something odd, okay, should be contained but not in the first in the 0 index. And also email dot end with .com means it should be end with .com, gmail.com, yahoo.com, everything as you want. Then as email is equal to true. Boom, we create a condition. Now we want to out from our loop, go out from our loop, and then we say if has length and has upper and also has lower and also has num. Sorry for my typing. Also has email. This is has length. Okay, what's up? Are you okay? Now it should be okay. Then what to do? Now here return a message. Everything you want to add. You have a strong user. Everything you can add. So no matter, I just want to add a small message to the user. Otherwise return something like your password must contain at least 8 character, and then end line said sorry for my poor typing, and your password must contain at least 1 uppercase upper or lowercase character and something like your email must be correct. That's okay. That's my small message you can add. You can also store your message in a variable and then you can return your variable no matter. Now this is our project. Now here's something we need. We should pass the password. Now this is the variable. This is the need parameter. We must pass some value to the parameter. Now how it should check the password. We must add a password. We must add some value to the password, then it will check. Now how to add? Now here, when we get the password from the user, here we will say what we will say, like is out. We just say like is out. But before to do this, let's say my rule. Here my rule. Inside we need pass a parameter. We need this value of the password must pass or should pass to the parameter of this function. Now we done. Now let's call our function here. Our function is get info. That's it. Hopefully this project correctly. Here we need to create an object like my password is equal to new this class name and then my password dot, you can call it dot, hey, what's up, my pass, okay, my pass, that's my pass dot. Let's do what's wrong here. My pass dot norm information set. This is not, no, we need something like it's impossible to count or to create an object without main function. That's why we need to say public and static and then void and then say main and this is string and then set like args and then we said it's something like my pass is equal to new something like my pass dot get info. That's it. So let's run our program. Here it's an enter username. Here I want to write the password, or I want that the user add the data under the line. So it should be in front of the line. Like say John email, like if I say at john.com. Now our condition is here was that the first index of the password must not it. The first index must not be this character. Now if I say at john.com, then enter whenever I add a strong password, but again it will say your password must contain this message will appear. Now I need something like this out for, that's okay. Now if I say username and then like john@gmail.com and then if I say weak password, again it will say your password. This is the rules you should follow. Now if I say like john@gmail.com and then this is the password. Now it should be say you have a strong user. Maybe you said I wanted to need some character or some symbol like @ sign, like some other symbol. So for this you need something else. You need to use pattern library, and in the pattern library use here to find what, like the metrics that find, like let's do this. Import like java dot util dot regex. It's a pattern, and it's pattern. Didn't need to say here. Hopefully it's pattern like my symbol is equal to like is equal to like say pattern, or it's like it's not a pattern. I think it's not, should be not a up to z, you can say a up to z and 0 up to 9. Something like this, I don't remember that. So one somewhere, I think I did something wrong here. This should be not here, should be here. It's okay? Not okay? Just let me to check it. We need here something like pattern is equal to sample. Now when check it, now we should say pattern, like pattern dot, oh, what happened? It's from the outside of the pattern. My sum is equal to pattern dot that compile. Here I need something like I up to z, uppercase also I up to z, and also 0 from the up to 9. It means if it should be not contain, it means not a up to z, in uppercase a up to z, and 0 up to 9. Now we don't have something on keyboard, just symbol. If we take from the keyboard a up to z, all the key up a up to z, and then a number, we just have symbol. Now we need here to put a comma. That's okay. Now another condition we need here, that's like pattern zero, select pattern, so sorry for this. Now let's say we need password and we need R to check the symbol, and here if condition we should also say and is, I think it's called my sum dot matcher, and this is a password, and that it's find, yeah, it's fine. It's not the password. If you find the password this character, then run this program. Now let's run our program. It's like Wahidullah. Can add every name, no problem. So that's like email, like at gmail.com, and now we need a password, but I want to add the password without @. Now, oh, you will take these errors. This error said up to the 0 up to 9. We need maybe something like initializer here. Let's check. Pattern dot case intensive username, no problem, John at gmail.com. Security again. I think it's exception. We need to add instead of Java. But if we this error, we need exception to add a try. This need more work. For this reason, if we add, we cannot take an error. Like John at gmail.com. Select this is the password. I should take another error because okay, this is maybe something wrong. This is the syntax as you can use it. Maybe we add the sign here. It's some problem like now let's check it. John at gmail.com. So give me the pattern here. I don't remember the syntax of this one. I don't because this is for uppercase and lowercase, which should be the same. You don't need to add this like John gmail.com. Oh, sorry. John at gmail.com. Password. I don't know why it's get a problem. John at gmail.com. That's okay. So there is some treatment exception in that. Unmatched closing. It said unmatched closing. Yeah, maybe the error is here. Well, we had we did something wrong, and it was as extra closing. Now it's correct. Now if you say John at gmail.com and then we add done, this will say now it's okay. If I say John at gmail.com and I have password, now it's correct. Because we had extra bracket here, for this reason it takes error. And thanks for watching this video. I will add more video also.